So we're going to go through making this piece right here. So I'm going to start a new part file, and we're going to start from scratch. I'll show you how to I'll show you maybe a different way than what we've shown before and how to do this one. So we'll go and open a new part, and like always we'll start with a 2D sketch. Pick a face. Now in this case, first of all, I'm going to back off this a little bit, zoom out and center it. There we go. Oops. Now I'm going to use the line function for this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the general shape. I'm not going to worry too much about getting the exact measurements. I'm just going to get the general shape, and then I'll dimension it afterwards. So we know our shape is that C shape that we saw a moment ago. Let's see if we can find it here. So it's this one. We're going to make this shape right here. So let's see if we can do that. So we'll go line, and I'll click once. Once the green dot shows up in that origin, I'll click once there. I'll move up, and note that I'll want it to be 0 degrees on the right there, and keep that, but I don't really worry too much about the height. I know it's got to be around 1.5 inches, so I'll get to about there. I'll probably want to zoom in a little bit. There we go. Around 1.5, but I'm not too worried about it. What I don't want to do is be off to the side on either side. I want to make sure that I'm straight up and down. All right, click once, and then I'll move over to the right. I know I need it to be around 0.75, but once again, I'm not going to worry too much. What I am going to worry about, though, is that angle is 90 degrees. So we'll make sure that that's, click again, and go down, and so forth and so on. All I have to be is in the general ballpark here. I'm going to dimension it later. And since I really haven't set any dimensions, I'm going to be careful on this one. This is telling me I'm going to lock into that. I'm going to... I might just be a little bit above it for now and just not worry about any. I don't want it to do its automatic setups on it, but so I'm just going to do this, and then over here, and then down to here. I will let it lock to the line there. Boom, here, and over back to the beginning. Let it lock on. Boom. Now, anywhere there's a green line is not good generally. That means I haven't completely constrained it. I haven't told the computer all the things I want it to do. So this is where I go to the dimension thing right here. And I click that, and I start dimensioning. So like I want this line to be, so I click once, I bring up my mouse, and then I click again on the number, and I want it to be 0.75. And I hit enter. All right, took care of that, and then I go to this line. I want it to be 0.75. And likewise for this one. While we're at it, I'll just go around and give all the dimensions that I want. In this case, there's a lot of 0.75s. This one's a 1.5. And once everything is blue, I'm done. I cannot, everything is constrained, so I don't have to, for example, go down here and do this one, because by telling this, this, and this, they're all 0.75, this will automatically, as we'll see, be 2.25. So I finished my sketch. Now the advantage of doing it this way is once I've done that, when I extrude, I'll be done. So I'll right-click it, extrude. I want to go 0.75 to make the right thickness, hit enter, and I've made my shape. I'm going to make it red like we saw, so remember I'm going to default, and let's see, I can go light red. What is smooth? Smooth red, that's what that looks like. There we go. And I will save it. Now in my case I've already have it done once, but then I would go in and I would save it to your flash drive. Make sure you use your name and all that, and then you're good to go.